Welcome everybody to Top Shelf Tuesday, the pronunciation edition. Today with me I have Johnathan Ducretot, who has just joined us about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. Time flies when you're having fun. And he will be helping us pronounce all the names. Johnathan, why don't you introduce yourself to the What You Want community and tell us what you're wearing today.
Sure. So hi everybody, my name is Johnathan. I'm from France. I started to work for Govberg jewelers about a month ago. And today I'm wearing this amazing, one of my favorite timepiece from Cartier. Cartier Santos 100. I really like that piece just for the fact that you can have the possibility of doing a lot of different style with it, such as sporty style. Can be as classic as you want. Really like the rounded angles on the bezel and on the case, as well the ability to be able to see the screws as you can see right now, and that touch of pop with that red second hand, which I really like about.
Nice. And today I chose the PAM 384, also going in an all black theme like Johnathan did. This is the PAM 384. It's a Radiomir, 8-day power reserve, has a second hand, a date. I love this watch because it's all black, kind of goes with the theme of the night, which is our Panerai event. So we will be hosting a Panerai event with some of the executives from Panerai North America. So I thought to honor them, I wanted to wear a watch made by them. So the watch retails for about $13,000. It's got this beautiful dial, and underneath the dial you've got the lume, and the strap is really different and unique strap to for Panerai, where it's a suede strap. What can I say? And that's that. So, why do we have Johnathan here today? The reason we had Johnathan here today is many of you have asked or told us that you like to hear the proper pronunciation. So when working in a store, we hear a lot of interesting pronunciations.
Yes, that's true.
And it wasn't until Johnathan started working with us, well, obviously I've heard the correct pronunciations over the years, but where we really started to hear these wonderful pronunciations. So today we decided to play a little bit of a game, and he has no idea. He has no idea what we're going to be asking him. He doesn't know the order. I have some cards that were put together, and basically we will go one by one, and we're going to talk about how to properly pronounce each brand. So, let's start with brand number one.
Rolex.
Okay, so this is kind of hard to mess up. There it is, Rolex. What's acceptable? You could say Rolex, obviously.
It's, I mean, on that particular brand, everything is pretty much acceptable.
Right.
You cannot mess up in the pronunciation of Rolex, but that will be with the French accent. The Americanized version for me would be more like Rolex or something like this, but I mean, I guess we can go with that.
And Mr. Hans Willdorf, who thought of the name Rolex, you know, obviously had all of us in mind. All right, so that was an easy one.
All right.
Let's go with something a little bit more difficult.
All right, okay, so on this one, so in French we pronounce that Ulysse Nardin. I know it's not Ulysse Nardin because you don't have the E, so in the French language, sorry, everything is going to be Nardin at the end of that brand.
So is it acceptable to say, let's say, an Americanized version, Ulysse Nardin? Is that okay, or does that bother you?
No, it won't bother me. I mean, look at further more with other brands, something that will bother us, European and French speaker, but for that brand, we're
Okay,
right.
so say it one more time because this is a little bit.
Ulysse Nardin.
Ulysse Nardin.
All right.
Très bien.
All right.
Très bien. Hey, and by the way, we're drinking champagne. So, santé.
Santé.
All right, sorry. Now this one.
All right. This one will be Van Cleef and Arpels. I guess this one would be more with the English Americanized accent, Van Cleef and Arpels. Or
I've heard
like
Van
that,
Cleef. Is that pronounced?
Van Cleef, yes, but with the double E, we'll probably pronounce it Van Cleef.
Van Cleef. Okay, super. And what we've heard throughout the stores and in the industry is VCA, Van Cleef and Arpels. So it's hard to mess this one up, but just wanted to throw that out there. All right. Tricky.
On this one, we'll be at Panerai.
Okay, well this is an Italian brand, so Panerai.
Panerai.
Panerai. Okay. And to the Paneristas out there, Panerai. And as I mentioned earlier, we will be seeing you all tonight for this wonderful Panerai event. So looking forward to see you all. Giovanni, ciao. All right, let's go. Next.
Mont Blanc. This one, you cannot mess this one up. That's not possible.
Well, I've heard Mont Blanc.
No, guys, the C is not being pronounced yet on this one.
No.
It's Mont Blanc.
Mont Blanc.
Yeah.
And
Blanc, not Blanc.
Okay, Mont Blanc.
It's fine, it's all right.
It's like my pen.
Exactly.
Right? My Mont Blanc pen.
So you're supposed to pronounce things perfectly since you have one.
I mean, I have one. Absolutely. All right, so say it one more time.
Mont Blanc.
Mont Blanc. All right, let's go. Next.
Patek Philippe.
Say it again?
Patek Philippe.
Patek Philippe. All right, so Patek Philippe, right? Did I say that correct?
Yeah.
We hear a lot of people saying Patek or Patek Philippe. I keep, where am I looking? But this is also a pretty difficult one to mess up. Patek Philippe.
Yes, correct. That's perfect.
Super. Next.
All right, so for this one, will be Piaget. Nothing too much particular about the pronunciation of this one.
People usually get this one right? You don't hear Piaget or you hear
Piaget.
Yeah, Piaget. Yeah. No. Piaget is people pronounce it pretty correctly.
Yes.
Okay, super. This is a tough one.
All right, so for this one will be Vacheron Constantin. And please, guys, please do not say Vacheron Constantin. There's no E at the end of the brand.
Okay. What's acceptable in English?
In English, I mean, go ahead and I'll tell you if it's acceptable.
All right. So we hear on the floor and through our customers who come in, Vacheron Constantin or VC. Well, you know, if you really want to pronounce it like it should be pronounced, one more time for the folks.
Vacheron Constantin.
There you go. Here's another curveball.
Okay, the curveball, very French, is gonna be IWC.
IWC,
Yes,
right? But this is an American company now that's based out of Switzerland.
All right, but on this one, we like to put our touch in everything that we do as French people, so we're gonna say that IWC.
Okay, International Watch Company or IWC. Next.
On this one would be Tissot, not Tissot.
Yeah, Tissot.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, Tissot.
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
There's no T at the end. That's correct. Next.
On this one is Audemars Piguet.
Oh. And how do you and where are they from?
On this one, Le Brassus.
Les Brassus.
Yep.
So we hear all the time Audemars,
Yeah. No.
AP, which is fine. AP is fine. Audemars, there's no S. I mean, the S is...
there is, but you won't have to pronounce it. I mean, you just say, it's gonna be like the other brand that we'll see further. This sounds like that letter is completely off in that, in that brand.
I like the way you say this. Let's say it one more time.
Audemars Piguet.
Fantastique. Next.
Pretty straightforward. Baume and Mercier, or Baume and Mercier, if you want to get that little English touch in it.
And just because it sounds so nice when you speak in French, why don't you read the bottom line?
Sure. Maison d'horlogerie Genève 1830.
Super. Acceptable, and from what I've heard industry-wide, people call it B&M. just the same time. Baume et Mercier.
Yes, this is completely.
This is tough to mess up, but we like it when you pronounce it. All right. Next.
Blancpain, manufacture de haute horlogerie, 1735. Yeah, Blancpain is pretty straightforward. I mean, if you cut the words into very similarly wise, it would be like means white bread, but which is pretty straightforward. To say Blancpain, you cannot mess that up.
Okay, cool. So Blancpain, did I say it correctly?
Yeah, the intonation is all right. You can do better though.
I can do
it's
better.
It's gonna be all right.
Practice. Ooh, that's hard to see.
Yeah, this one would be, that's a little curveball. Gérard Perregaux. You won't have to pronounce the D at the end of, it's not Gerard. Oh, maybe in English you will say that.
I think as Americans or watch collectors, most people say GP, just because they don't want to mess it up, so they don't want to call it Gérard Perregaux.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, how was my intonation there? Good?
Yeah,
Better?
you can. If you practice a little bit more, it's gonna be more fluid, you know.
Practice your roll, people. Roll your R's.
Yeah.
All right. Next. I heard you say this the other day, and I brought this out specifically for you.
Thank you.
It sounds really
this
nice.
one will be Chopard. Chopard, yeah, no D at the end as well. Don't say Chopard or Cho. There's no T in front of the first part of the brand. So just Chopard is just wonderful.
So once again, Chopard.
Yes, perfect.
Très bien.
Here we go. Beautiful name, Cartier.
Cartier.
It's good. You do it great.
Yeah. So I think this is what gave us the idea for this show. When you first joined us, I wanted everybody in the store to hear the proper pronunciation of the brand. So I said, Johnathan, can you walk around and pronounce everything? And I think when he first said
Cartier,
it was love at first sight. I mean, for my ears. So
Cartier,
yes.
One more time.
And one of the big brands of the Richemont group. So I just want to say hi to everybody at Richemont. Next.
On this one, we'll say Breguet, depuis 1775.
Yeah, this is another important brand, just like many of these brands, but Abraham Louis Breguet, the inventor, the father of the tourbillon. So, and also that's another thing. We hear a lot of people saying tourbillon. It is not tourbillon. No. That is, if you walk into a store and say tourbillon, you will definitely have some problems with people in the store. It's called tourbillon.
Tourbillon.
And what does it mean in French?
Tourbillon is just when you see like for example, tornado, like the shape that you have, you know, it's exactly. Like the movement.
Exactly. So once again, for the brand that invented the tourbillon,
Breguet.
Depuis
1775.
Ah, fantastic. I think you're going to be getting some people calling you, asking you for some French lessons.
Maybe, who knows, you know?
It could be interesting. So this company is not very much known for their watches, but they do make watches.
Yes. Hermès, Paris. On this one, in the French language, as you can see here, you have an accent on the E, on the letter E, which gives that intonation at the end, Hermès. Don't say Hermès. You don't have a Z.
There's no Z
at the end.
No.
But I mean, it's all right. People hear, most of the time what I hear is Hermes. It's all right.
Hermes. Or like those T-shirts. Homies.
Not so much.
That's not cool. All right, let's keep going. Oops, no, I jumped one. And like I said, there's no order and we didn't practice this. We're just having fun. Ready?
Yes.
Next. Oh!
On this one, Roger Dubuis.
If you mess this up, you're in trouble.
Really?
Yeah.
Bon. Roger Dubuis, horloger genevois.
Well, that's not part of the logo anymore, but...
but it's part of the, you know...
No, but I'm just saying, it's no more horloger genevois, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're going to have to switch this one, because...
It's just Roger Dubuis. I'm sorry, guys. Here, let's bring that down.
No, the pronunciation, yeah, Roger Dubuis. Not so much I meant to say about the pronunciation on this one. It's pretty straightforward.
Well, here's what I've heard over the years, and Dubois, Roger Dubois, and
Nice.
I don't know. There's no O, but anybody who pronounces the name Roger Dubois, Dubois, it's not Dubois. Please don't call it Dubois. It's Roger Dubois. Roll your R's. Or Roger Dubois. That's fine.
It's fine.
And
Yeah, that's
then
perfect.
internally, I think a lot of us we like to just use the first initials, so RD for the industry folks. Next.
All right. On this one, Jacquet Droz. Or
The
Droz.
Z, yeah, Droz.
Droz. I don't have much to say. I mean, regarding the pronunciation, just Droz and not Droz, because it's not an S, the same as Hermès and Hermès.
Yeah.
Jacquet, pretty straightforward, I guess.
I've heard Jacket Droz before, so no, don't call it that.
Yeah, no.
All right, this one's an easy one. Not much to say. Pretty straightforward. Next.
Well, on this one, Longines.
Longines.
Longines, correct.
Okay. Well, I think it's acceptable to call it Longines, no?
Longines,
Or
yeah, but I mean,
Longines.
you have a...
Longines?
You don't have an accent on an E, so
Okay.
you won't have to... You cannot pronounce it like that. I
Okay.
mean, you cannot. Who am I to say that you cannot do something? But, I mean, if you want to say Longines, all right, but that's not the correct way of how we say it.
Okay. Well, we might have to call the people at Longines and find out. We don't know about that one.
That's a little curveball
Yeah?
on this one. I mean, Zenith, we won't pronounce the H for us. Yeah, pretty much.
As an American, we like to call it Zenith. So.
Okay.
But you're saying what?
Zenith.
Zenith.
Zenith, yes.
Zenith. All
Where
right.
we don't like, when you pronounce it, you will kind of like Zenith with the TH,
Fat chance of anybody getting that one right. I think.
Yeah.
I think most of you are still going to call it Zenith. Next.
Richard Mille
Oh, nice.
on this one. As well, pretty straightforward. Don't say Richard. Yeah.
Richard Mille.
Richard Mille.
Richard.
Yes.
Richard. All right,
Yes.
super.
Perfect.
So R.
Yes.
Right? How come there's no
always a-
G at the end of that then? Well, why do you guys do that to us? Just to confuse us, or?
Why? Well, I mean, you guys confused us as well, so we have to play the game.
All right, and this is also another one of my near and dear favorite brands. Love their watches. My regards to the Simonians. Next.
Very straightforward. Maître du temps. If you translate that to English, would be master of time. Yeah, pretty straightforward.
MDT. Maître du temps. This is actually another brand that has an close association with Roger Dubois. While he left the brand for a couple of years, he helped start this brand with a couple of other collaborators like Christophe Claret and Peter Speaks-Marin. So, Mr. Dubois, look, you touched this brand as well. Okay, we're getting close to the end. This is a fun one.
This one is a fun one. Jaeger Le Coutre. And on this one, we're going to have a lot of fun. I mean, I came here and a lot of people ask me, hey, do you have Jaeger? Well, I'm sorry, but the first thing that comes to my mind when we talk about Jaeger is his drinks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Especially a young guy like yourself, you're probably out there having Jaeger bombs or
whatever,
right?
Let's not say too much. Let's keep the mystery.
So this is a brand that I think probably will benefit the most from this show because, like you said, it unfortunately so many people mess up this name. What's acceptable and what I hear, whether it's from the folks at Jaeger Le Coutre, did I say that right?
Yeah.
JLC, Jaeger Le Coutre.
Le Coutre.
Le Coutre. But Jaeger Le Coutre, no, unacceptable. If you cannot pronounce it, which I know it's very difficult, try your best to just call it JLC. That's perfectly acceptable. Yeah. But if you really want to pronounce it right,
Jaeger Le Coutre.
There you go. That's my boy. All right, we're getting very close to the end. We have, I think, 2 left, so it's crunch time.
François Paul Journe. On this one, I mean, pretty straightforward. Most of the time, people will come and say FP Journe.
FP Journe. Well, that's acceptable. I think to call it FP Journe is okay because there it is. But Say the full name again.
François Paul Journe.
Okay, Tim will definitely be happy.
Ah, perfect.
As he just went and visited him a couple of weeks ago with Josh. So FP Journe.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what the last one is, but it's a very
On this
French-sounding
one,
one. Nice.
Laurent Ferrier.
Laurent Ferrier, Genève. So these are two very cool brands to end
Yep.
with, very French-sounding. Laurent Ferrier, no thanks.
No, can do. Sorry,
Okay.
guys.
Last time for our studio audience.
On this one, Laurent Ferrier.
Laurent Ferrier. And with that, I'd like to conclude this episode and say thank you to all of you for watching and paying attention and meeting Johnathan Ducretot.
Nice. You see?
Said it right. Oh,
So a couple of try.
très bien,
You're
merci.
good.
And if you want to come in and practice your French or learn or hear in person how to pronounce the names, please come in and see us. Johnathan, is there anything you want to stop and anything you want to end with before we go?
Well, guys, it's been my pleasure to assist you on pronouncing these brands today. And hope to see you in the store. Hope to see you soon as well.
Super. Merci et santé.
Santé.
À bientôt.
À bientôt.
Cheers.